So, strolled up and down Alona Beach to see what there is, and I've actually counted 7 dive centres. So there's nearly as many dive centres here as there is cafes and places to eat. But as you can see, lovely white sand beach, coconut trees, and there looks like some half decent places to stay on the front here as well. You can see the diving boats here, out there, and there's a few guys on the street trying to sell trips around the island, etc. But as I said, very few tourists around. Morning guys. So today I've come down to Alona Beach, or as the locals say, world famous Alona Beach. It's famous on the island and maybe even quite well known in the Philippines, but I doubt it's really known anywhere further than that. So we'll just have a little look up and down here so you can see what it's like. It's actually quite a nice beach, we just don't keep it very clean. Bearing in mind the Philippines has only been open for tourism for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, it's still pretty quiet. A lot of places still not even open, but there's a few places open. Along the front here, I've had a little walk, there's actually about 4 or 5 dive centres, which really surprises me. I mean, how they've been able to last for 2 years with no tourists, I've no idea. But anyway, I'll turn this camera around and let you have a little look. So here's an example of a place that's actually was open but isn't yet reopened since the pandemic. Apartments above, obviously to rent to tourists, big restaurant area. As you can see, there's not a lot of people about, to be honest. So there's quite a few little places here that have apartments to rent, obviously being right on the seafront on the world famous Alona Beach. It's probably fairly expensive. But some of the places here are not dear to sit and have a beer, for example. You know, you're talking maybe €1, less than £1 to have a beer, you know, maybe $1.20. So yeah, not bad. Fresh coconuts, traditional kind of bamboo wicker place. Bear in mind it is 12 midday. A few things for the tourists, the few of us that are here. So you can see there is a couple of tourists around, but not many. So look, here's a dive place, and there's another dive place. As I said, there's about 4 or 5 along the front here, which is really surprising, the size of it. I can only guess that before the pandemic they actually had quite decent tourism here, but let's see how long it takes before it comes back. Anyway, that's just a little view of Alona Beach for you. So guys, here from Alona Beach, in the distance there, I don't know how clearly you can see it, it's a bit cloudy today, is the island they call Siquijor, which is famous for witchcraft. So I'm not sure if I'll be taking a visit there. Maybe pop over for a weekend trip or something further down the road. But Yeah, there's ferries run from here to there. So I'm sat in a local Aussie bar and speaking to the guy in there. He says apparently, although I counted like 7 dive centres here on the front, apparently there's 81 at the moment in Panglao, this little part of the island, but there were more than 200 before the pandemic. So it's a bit of a diver's paradise. So I said before, you know, they call it the world-renowned Panglao Alona beach. So I don't think it is amongst most of us, but I think for divers it maybe is well known because apparently there's really good corals out there.